This is a video to introduce you to the Launch Codespace buttons in the NOAA Fisheries Open Science Docker stack. Many people are familiar with a Jupyter Hub. And within a Jupyter Hub, you can select an image that specifies the environment, so like the packages and the user interfaces that you have available to you. So in this particular Jupyter Hub that I'm on, I have a bunch of environments I can drop into. I'm going to drop into this environment, which is R. The R programming language with a bunch of geospatial packages and in particular packages for species distribution modeling. So I can start that up. It's going to take a moment while it gets me all set up. So there it goes, setting up my user directory. And here we go. All right. So the Jupyter Hub, this particular one, it's set up with both Jupyter notebooks, and we also have our studio. Go here. Let's see. Spin up in our studio there. There we go. So we have our studio. This is, like I said, this one is for working with R, but I could work also in Python if I wanted. And a nice thing about the Jupyter Hub is you have this persistent user environment here. At least this hub is set up that way. So one of the objectives of the NOAA Fisheries Open Science Docker stack is to create Docker images that you can spin up with a Codespace, and your experience will be like it is within a Jupyter Hub. So you're not having to relearn new ways of sort of new user environments. So let's see how that works. So within the Docker stack, you can see there's these buttons that say Launch Codespace or Launch Binder. Whichever one you pick, you're going to be dropped into a very similar environment. So here we go. I click that. I already have this Codespace set up, so I'm going to resume it. The first time you would run it, it will say Start Codespace. So we just click the green button in any case. Just a moment to fire it back up. The Jupyter Lab is being run on a port. I could click on that port and go there, but I have set up my dev container files so that it gives you this green button. You can click that. And now it drops us into a Jupyter Lab, and this should look really familiar. It's just like what we saw in the Jupyter Hub. I can click on our studio and it opens that up same way. Exact same thing. It's got all the same packages that we saw in the Jupyter Hub. It's the exact same environment. I've just opened it in Codespace instead of opening it within a Jupyter Hub. Now, one thing that's different when you're working in a Codespace, and that is that the user environment is not persistent. When I shut this down, whatever work I've done is going to go away. So when you're working within a Codespace, you need to add a little bit different workflow in terms of how you get your files, how you push your files back, your changes back up. So I'm going to clone a repository to start working, and then when I'm done, I'll want to push the changes back up to the repository. If I were working in our studio, the way you do that is you go into Project, New Project, Version Control, and then you do Git here and put the URL. So a little bit more setup each time you go in. You could probably set up that dev JSON file, dev container JSON file to kind of do this automatically, or you just have to factor in a little pulling at the beginning. All right,